Hello everybody, it's Christine. I have done a few little cuts already, but honestly I shouldn't have probably done that because I wanted to tell you what I was going to use, but I didn't think about recording until I'd already cut them, so it is what it is. What I'm going to scrapbook today is this picture that I just took today. We had a little snowstorm, ice storm, what do you want to call it, here in Texas, and I took this. I was actually at a stop sign and I looked up and I thought, oh my gosh, all those trees look so pretty with the ice and the sun, blah, blah, blah. So I took it, so I'm going to document our little snowstorm here. The kit I'm going to use is the December 2020, what am I trying to say? The December 2021 kit, Hip Kit Club. I have already used some of it, so I've got, you know, a few scraps and whatnot. But it's called Chill, I believe. Yes, Big Chill. And these are the colors. It's just really pretty. I'm not going to probably use most of those, but I do have this. I got this navy. I did gut it because I'll show you in a moment. Well, I'll say it's right here. This paper here is kind of a really soft peach, but the reason I'm going to use it is all these snowflakes. And of course, then all the little embellishments and whatnot. And then I have tons of ephemera. Now, let me show you the picture I'm kind of looking at here for inspiration. Is by Angelica _ De Bruin. And she made it also with the Hip Kit December kit. So what I really liked about it, now this is two pictures and I only have one, of course, so I'll have to tweak it. But I really liked how she did this little embellishment cluster down here. Now I don't think she must have had the pocket page thing because I see this winter and I don't have that, so I'll have to do something different, which is fine. But I do like how she used the frames. What I'm kind of scared of, y'all, if I'm 100% honest, is all the little mixed media sprinkles. So I'm gonna try, and just pray I don't mess this thing up. So anyways, I really liked her layout. It's obviously not about, it's not Brussels or whatever. I don't know what all that is. But anyways, I'm going to have to do something different. I don't have that particular sticker set of letters, but that's all right. So what I'm going to do, because I tend to, if I try to talk to y'all while I'm doing this, I take a really long time and the video turns out too long and all that. So I'm going to stop the camera and then I'll probably go ahead and like glue this down, all that. And then I'll start recording as I'm doing the mixed media and all that kind of stuff. So y'all wish me luck. Please wish me luck. All right, talk soon. Okay. Before I start splattering this stuff, I'm going to show y'all the colors. So what I have here, I've dabbled. I've got Lindy's Stamp Gang. Okay. And they're little glitz spritz here. And I'll show you the color names. And I put them on, I just kind of dabbled them on this to see. And I think these colors will be all right. I think they'll be okay. They'll be good. Because I'm done, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm scared to death here. But I think the colors are going to be good. They look like they'll go. I mean, this is a little bit darker, you know, kind of bluish. But I think it's good. I think it's okay. So we're going to try that. So I've marked. I kind of took my picture and set it about where I think it's going to go, give or take, and I think it's fine. And I put my little things here. And I think I'm going to start sprinkling. And what I did is I got 3 little cheap paint brushes. And I'm going to start with the lightest color because, again, I'm scared, y'all. Let's see if I can do this. Let me get my bigger brush. I'm so scared. I need to just calm down. It's just paper, right? Unless I spill it everywhere and it's a mess. So I'm just going to go and put my colors here. I got kind of big blotches going, but that's all right. That doesn't bother me so much. Okay. I think that looks all right. Can y'all see that? Is that even on the camera? Let me see. There's my little tape mark. I don't know if y'all could see that. Sorry about that, y'all, if you couldn't. I'm going to start up here. This is just splatter, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. I don't know why I'm nervous, but again, y'all just pray for me here. I'm going with the light color, so theoretically, it's not going to be so bad. This is so pretty, though. I've always liked this Lindy's Stamp Gang. I think I discovered it. Gosh, I couldn't even tell you when, to be honest with you. And it comes when you buy it. It's been a while since I bought any because I have so much now. I bought so much at one time. It comes in with the powder, and then you add water yourself. So you're not buying it pre-liquidated. It comes in a powder. And they have like little sets. Like I have a set up there. I think this, oh, I should have told y'all. I'm so sorry. This is a Cactus Gold. This is Cocklebell's Coral. And this is Danny Zuko's Denim. Oh, that's funny. My daughter loved Grease growing up. This one I think came out of a little mermaid color palette. So it's all like, because it says coral, so I'm pretty sure that's the deal. Okay, let's start with this guy. Oh, and I think what I'm going to do this time, I want to flick it. Let's try that. Let's try flicking it. Oh, y'all, see what I mean? See what I mean? I'm just so clumsy. Okay, well, that's that. That's all right. Not going to panic. Can't panic on multimedia. I'm multimedia. Look at me. And there I go saying multimedia again. I said the other day, I don't need to say multimedia. It's mixed media. I can assure y'all, I did not intend to do that. Okay. Well, it'll work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. It's all right. I'm going to stop this recording and then speed it up in a second because I'm so scared of this stuff. But I figured I'd let y'all see me make a hot mess, honestly. Oh, gosh, y'all. Okay. Let's try not to knock nothing over with this blue because it is definitely the biggest color here. Let's try just to be gentle. I don't really want so much that the blue's kind of my accent, I guess. My goodness. Okay. I feel like I need to stop. Now, see, I think right here is going to be an embellishment anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that big old glob. Okay. Look at that, y'all. Good grief. Mixed media is my nemesis. Some of y'all get such pretty, and even though I scrapbook, the inspiration looks wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for just a second. What do y'all think? I don't know. Y'all comment below in a minute. Okay, let me let this dry. I'm gonna paste that down. I'm gonna start. All right, gang. So y'all seen my adventures in mixed media. Oh, Lordy have mercy. I had to clean up some of that stuff. So what I'm doing now, honestly, I'm matting the photograph, and I'm using some of the packaging. So the nice thing about Hip Kit Club stuff is the packaging that they use behind the different, embellishments, like your ephemera and your stickers and whatnot, cardstock stickers and stuff, is really pretty. And it usually, in fact, I think it always does, it matches the collection. So this is a real pretty packaging. It has kind of a little yellow polka dot looking thing. It's not in like a polka dot, like real straight pattern or anything like this. It's a bit random, but it's really pretty. If you can kind of see it there. And I thought, okay, I'm going to use this as a photo mat, and then I definitely want the navy photo mat behind the overall picture. So I've got the gutted paper from the navy that I've matted the whole layout with. That's what I'm using as the photo mat. And so actually in a moment you'll see I'm going to pull out my ATG gun to mat this thing. And of course it runs out of tape right there as I'm trying to mat it. So I'm going to cut over in a second so you'll see you'll see a new tape gun. So there's my yellow one with the 1/2 inch. And I've ordered some, but I've run out of 1/2 inch. So here's my little 1/4 inch deal. So not that y'all necessarily care, but I, just letting you know I changed tape guns. I mean, okay, it is what it is. So anyway, I finished matting this little guy. Here's where I start to really struggle. I've pulled out all these embellishments, and I almost cut out some of this stuff because I honestly, before I even started recording here, I was going through all these embellishments, and I was really struggling because the inspiration, as I noted in the beginning, has 2 photos. And the way the designer organized it, she kind of gave it like offset a little bit, which creates a little pocket for space above the right-hand photo and a little pocket space below the left-hand photo. And so it looks great. Well, my problem is because I have this real long photo, when I put the journaling card, which, oh, by the way, that journaling card had to come from, I didn't buy the pocket kit with this December one. So I went back looking in my was it my January? I think it's the January kaleidoscope version. There were some pocket ones because I did buy that pocket one. And I found this journaling card, the color goes real well. So I pulled it out. But anyway, the point is that's smaller. So even though it's going to be offset and all that, I don't have the same exact, setup to put my little embellishment. So at first I struggled because she had kind of a horizontal element under the left-hand photo. So I pulled out those strips thinking I'll do something there. That just wasn't going to work. But what I'm doing right now, just so you know, is I'm building that lower right-hand cluster. I was almost able to replicate that, except I did not, again, have the pocket card, which honestly, it's okay because my photo's so big. I needed that little set of clusters to come over to the right just a little bit anyway. So generally, it's not identical, but it is close. I did use the little fox. He's adorable. And then, of course, I have the little banner and the frame and all that kind of stuff is real similar. It's not identical, but it's similar. So I enjoyed that. I thought that turned out well. That was the easiest cluster because I had such a nice, set to kind of scrap lift. That one went fast, generally speaking. Now, I do later, when I start adding more embellishments, I do kind of tuck some extra things and do some extra things. But for the moment, this looks pretty good. I was kind of pleased, too, because those little trees with the ice on them went perfectly with my picture. So I was really pleased with that. So I do go ahead and get this little set down. I do put a little bit of foam behind, because the frame is a chipboard, there's a little bit of dimension there. So I did put a little foam behind my fox on the left-hand side. I put a little foam behind some of the tree and, I don't know if I do this yet. I can't really see. Oh, yeah, that chill is in the air. Oh, I do go ahead and ink the edges of that chill is in the air. I do not ink anything else in that little cluster, but for some reason, I decided to ink that. Actually, now that I'm looking at the layout, I don't think I inked another thing. So what made me do that is beyond me. Honestly, just thought, oh, I need to ink that, and I didn't ink nothing else on there. That's okay. It looks all right. It's gray, and the little feel's kind of gray. So, all right. So I get that cluster, and I'm like, okay, that's probably pretty good for the moment. And then I had this little, the tag up there. The kit came with tags, and I thought, I know that's going to go there. At this point, I still hadn't 100% figured out how I'm going to lay these embellishments down. I had a general idea, but not 100%. And then I thought to myself, stop looking at the inspiration piece because you're not going to be able to copy in a way. And I say that, and I couldn't do the exact type of design. It was just not going to work. So I have to kind of go with my own deal in a sense. There's some major pieces I did replicate, which is again, that little round circle with the house in it. I thought that was kind of cute. She used a different house, and in hindsight, I probably would have liked it a little bit better, but this is the one I still had on my scrap, and I didn't want to cut up a whole nother sheet of the paper, or, bigger chunk of it to get that same house. So I used that one, and it's all right. And I decided, okay, I'm going to put my picture and my journaling card up on foam, and this is my very scientific way of making it the right size. I just took my scissors and held it up against it and then just cut behind it. And I actually liked, how that looked. I hope I don't know if y'all probably won't be able to hear it, but since we had that storm yesterday, the ice is melting on the trees and it's falling all on the house. It's crazy. I keep hearing stuff and thinking, what is that? And it's ice falling down on off the trees. Don't walk outside, you'll get hit in the head. Okay, so actually the cool part about that little round, the little house and everything is that was a chipboard frame. The little circle was actually a chipboard frame, and I put the house behind it, and then I just trimmed around it. I didn't show y'all that because honestly, I don't think I even filmed it, so sorry about that. So I'm going to tuck that down in there, and again, that's very close to the inspiration piece, not exact, but it's close. And then I'm going to start taking all these. I think I have these snowflakes here, and then I realized I don't have enough snowflakes. I decided I need more snowflakes. So I actually pull out my little iris case full of all my ephemera here, and I start going through it and finding all the snowflakes. Now, in the end, I don't actually think I used every single one. I think I left a couple off, but I wanted to have them available. Some of it was because of the color. So the background paper has this like peachy, that's not right. I guess it's a real light peach or almost like a skin tone type color, light skin. And so some of the snowflakes, though, were kind of the same shade. And I had to make sure that I could see the snowflakes like against the paper. So I was working with that, trying to find all the different colors of the snowflakes. And then I decided, oh, there's these little tree branches. And I thought I'm going to pull out all these too because, again, the picture is pretty much just trees and ice. So I'm going to pull out all my tree branches and I set them up there. I did pull out some of these trees covered in snow. There was a couple different color variations, right? So there's this light kind of teal colored tree. Then there was that little bit darker green. And then I did come across that navy blue kind of pointy, triangle-y tree with the snow on it. And I thought I might can use those, and I will end up using 2 of them. Not the dark green, but I do use like one of the teal ones and then the navy one. But for the moment, I'm just looking for these, the snowflakes. And then, yeah, you see where I've got that one tree right there on the journaling card. I wanted that there because there was a circle there. If I'm honest, that journaling cards, I flipped it upside down because I wanted the kind of greenish teal to show more so than the white. If I had, see how I've kind of got it angled up underneath the picture. If I had flipped it the other way, I don't think enough of the green was going to show like I wanted. Plus, you'll see in a minute, my title was black letters on white. It's a chipboard, and the white is kind of, you know, is around the letters, and I don't think it would have shown as much on the white. So I flipped it upside down, so I almost needed to do, you know, cover up that little circle down there. I didn't want that to show. So here's where I decided I'm going to put those 2 trees there, and I'm just kind of fussing around with these snowflakes and these pieces of ephemera and just trying to build out the clusters. And I do end up deciding, okay, technically, even though the inspiration piece had the lower left and was kind of nestled in, and that wasn't going to work, I did still decide I will still want a cluster down there in that lower left, so that I am building that little cluster. It's not quite the same design because, again, she had some horizontal elements which made sense with what she did. It didn't make as much sense for me, so I just had to build like a little cluster. So I put a couple 3 snowflakes down there. I do end up using the branches, and I'm just tucking everything right now where I kind of want it. Now here's where I got the title. Came off the chipboard stickers, and it says Hello Cold Days. There was a lot of stuff in here that was like December and January. Well, this happens to be February. So that was unfortunate. Although I do pull out some chipboard words in a second where it says Hello 2022 and winter plans. And that's okay because you can't tell that that's February necessarily. It's not specific. So I'm kind of building a little cluster on my card there. And again, I'm just tucking these things. And at this point, I haven't technically really glued anything down. Some of them are sticky because it is a chipboard sticker. But that little navy thing there, I start to use it, then I put it away. But actually, it does end up making it on the layout. You'll see that in a minute. I love all these little chipboard. I have so many of them. I love it. Okay, this is where I'm like, okay, can I put something up there? No, I end up putting Baby It's Cold Outside, or Baby It's Cold Out, rather, in the lower left down there, and I like where that's at. It kind of covers, the street isn't as pretty as the trees, so it covers up the street just a little bit. And this is where I start to put, I think that says Hello 2022 there. I don't remember, I got 2 of them, and I put it up there, and then I realized, no, I'm going to put this one down here, I'm going to move him down. I liked it better with the other word. I do end up putting something on that snowflake, but just not words. All right, so I'm just kind of examining, looking at the stuff. There's so much to choose from. I've said this before. When you have so much to choose from, it can almost get, I don't want to use the word overwhelming because that's not really, it's not like, you know, I'm having a panic attack over picking embellishments, but I'm just like, gosh, I got so much to choose from. What can I use here? I did have a little gap between that navy tree and the picture, and I didn't like that, so I needed to put something in there. So I think I put a little heart in there. I mean, I know it ends up there. I just don't know if I'd done it right yet. And I'm finding these little chipboard hearts. I find these little chipboard snowflakes, and I'm pretty pleased, honestly, with all the little goodies I'm able to figure out a spot for. But again, I have yet to glue any of this down. So in a minute, you're going to see me. I don't want to pick it up because I know as soon as I start picking it up, I'm going to forget where I put it. Oh, here's where I decide, I'll put that little navy one down there. Because now I got like a little navy, I don't know, I just decide I like it there. So here's where I decide, okay, I'm not picking any of this up. I'm going to glue it all down with my Nuvo glue. Just squirt up underneath where it's sitting right now. And for the most part, that works. I think in 1 or 2 spots, I end up having to use my little tape runner. And honestly, I do also come in a couple little spots and add foam tape. So again, I think you'll see this in a minute, but I'll stick some foam tape, for example, up underneath the little tree branch looking things in the upper right cluster. I didn't do it in the lower left because I did have some chipboard and some dimension already. So I end up doing, foam under a few little spots. I think I did under that snowflake there because he's up on the corner of the picture and you have to have a little dimension there. I'm just trying to make things basically the same height. They're not 100% just because foam is not exactly the same height as, well, the foam behind the pictures with the layered picture makes it just a hair taller, but the foam tape works pretty good to make it about the same. And then again, as I said, I have to put a little glue on the back of some of these. Then I decide, again, I still had to pick it up, and then I go to set it back down. I go, no, that's not exactly right. I got to move you around a little bit. It's just the craziest thing. And then I decided, no, you need to come down because you're not close enough to the heart. So I reorganized that just a tad. But I'm actually pretty pleased with how this is coming out, considering how much I was struggling. Again, I didn't even record probably 30 minutes of me poking around in the embellishments and trying to organize this layout, you know, similar to the inspiration piece. I just was like, this just isn't going to, I had to do something different. And I didn't even record all that because honestly, I don't think y'all would enjoy sitting me struggling with all that stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you would. I don't know. Okay, so again, I'm sitting here gluing this stuff down, making sure. And if I'm honest, I think even toward the end, I realized I've missed one snowflake or something. Now, this is where I'm trying to get this little snowflake up underneath that picture. My fingernails are just, they don't work right sometimes. I can't get stuff underneath there. And so I stick that down. Okay, and then I'm like, oh, you didn't get glued down yet. That's the only risk, right? When you've set things where you want them and you're kind of gluing as you go, or, you know, kind of going around underneath there. Did I catch it? Did I catch it? Sorry about the sniffles, guys. I don't have a cold or anything, but I guess I don't know why I'm sniffling. There's no good reason for it. Okay, that's going to go there. And honestly, I start kind of looking at things and thinking, okay, you're done. And then I see, and again, you'll see me do this in a minute. I see my little, I don't even know what them things are made out of. It's puffy sticker stuff, but they're hard. So I guess they're still puffy, but they're dimensional, but I guess they're puffy. But I go and I find a few little pieces of that and I add that. I just love all the texture and the dimension. I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. At first I was scared because y'all saw me in the beginning. I spilt that that mixed media and I thought, oh my gosh, that's a hot mess. And then I was really struggling with how to put this picture down here and get that lower left cluster. And it was just throwing me off. And honestly, I just kind of finally said to myself, Christine, just friggin' do it. Don't sit and worry about it. Just start putting stuff down there. And maybe sometimes you just got to do it. You know, you just got to sit and go. Just go for it and just trust your own self. You know, just trust your own abilities and your own eyes and just go for it. You know, especially if you're using an inspiration piece. Inspiration pieces are wonderful, but they can also be a little trap if you try to stick too close to them instead of just allowing yourself the freedom to be you and just do your own thing. So, I mean, I really appreciated and loved that inspiration layout. So I really kind of wanted to recreate, you know, most of it. But in the end, it was like, I didn't have the same photos. Christine, just make it work, man. Okay, here's where I find them puffy stickers. And that is they're ombre, which is really pretty. I just think they're so neat. I do have to open it because I hadn't even opened them yet. Look at that. Did y'all see the packaging on the back? That's what I mean. There's so much. I honestly love this stuff. And I'm thinking in my head, those big pieces right there could be used as some kind of a horizontal element on a layout too, because they're full on 12 inches. So you could use that very easily. Here's where I found a couple of little, they're like branch looking things. I started to stick one on each side. And I thought, oh, I need one down there because it needs to really be balanced a little bit. Oh, realized I didn't glue that down. Got to get that glued down. And here's where I'm going to put this other little guy down there. I started to stick it there, and I went, no, you don't look right up there. So I brought him down to the lower left corner. And then there he goes. He's going to go there. There he goes. Yep. And then I thought, oh, there's some more little guys. There's like little, I guess they could be snowflakes. They're little like star-looking things. There's 3 of them, which is perfect. So I put one in each of my kind of main clusters. Yeah, nope, don't go there. Nope, not there either. There you go. That's where you go. And I love this layout because, like I said, it's just interesting. There's all these different textures and layers and colors and stuff. But still the photo kind of shines, I guess, because it's so bright blue and everything. Oh, this is me going around realizing the corners are not glued down. I got to kind of mess with that. But I think I'm gonna slow it down and I'll let you see the close-ups. This was one I struggled with, but in the end, I do like how it turned out. And there we go. You can see all the dimensions. I'm trying to show it to you. The lighting's a bit weird. I guess the sun's on the other side of the house, so my apologies. But there's my little cluster, very similar to the inspiration, but not the same. And then that's that lower cluster. Thank you guys so much for watching. There'll be some stills in here. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all the goodies. And I'll see you next time. Bye.